us now is Kelli Dobner. She is the Chief Advancement Officer at Samaritas, a Share Detroit-supported charity and nonprofit, joining us on the Michigan Megacast. Thank you for being with us today. Appears you might be muted. Let's take a look there, Kelli, and see, it looks like you are muted. So again, we're joined
How's
by...
that?
There, now we can hear you, Kelli. Thank you for being with us today.
My apologies. I am so grateful to be here, Tyler. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, I appreciate having you on. So you're from Samaritas. Let's start off with just the basics. Tell us about Samaritas, who your organization serves, and what your mission is.
Absolutely. Samaritas has been serving the families of Michigan for 88 years now. Our services are statewide. We serve up to 20,000 people every year in a variety of different programs from when kids are babies all the way up to when they're senior citizens and living in one of our homes. So it really is what we call a cradle to grave or glory, I should say, actually, type of continuum of care that is carried out by 2,000 employees and volunteers across the state every year. Our mantra is be the rock that starts the ripple, and that ripple is a ripple of positive transformation across our community, because we realize that when we help people reach their potential, they in turn turn around and help others to reach theirs, creating strong families and strong communities across Michigan. And that's what we're all about at Samaritas.
So Kelli, with that, what are some of those programs or initiatives that are available through Samaritas to help people of all ages across the board? Because, as you said, you're serving people all across the state of Michigan and all across different age groups.
You bet. You bet. I always look at Samaritas as having really two sides of our house. And so, on the one side, we have our senior living services. And that's a variety of different services in a continuum. We have affordable housing for seniors. We have 13 communities across the state that provide affordable housing solutions and community for seniors in Michigan. We also offer independent living, assisted living, skilled nursing, and memory care. That is across the state, but right here in Southeast Michigan, we have our beautiful community in Bloomfield Hills, located at 15 Mile and Telegraph, that offers a variety of really wonderful family-oriented, faith-based living for seniors in our community. I invite you all to check out that community and take a tour today. And then we have our other side of our house, as we call it, and that really focuses on child and family. And that is a variety of services, and some live in a continuum and some not so much, but are very complementary to that. And so, I'll start by saying that we are the largest provider of foster care services and adoption services in the state. And recently, we have really focused our efforts in the last, I would say, 5 to 6 years on serving families in what we call family preservation. Before foster care really becomes an option for families, we are working with them in crisis, providing them with the resources they need to be successful. And what's really special about that is that the families are still together, intact, and they're working on the challenges that they face together. And so we've made an intentional shift to strengthen that family unit before foster care and adoption enter the equation. And so when we were offering those services, we found that a majority of families were coming into our care because there was a substance use issue. And so we brought substance use services, disorder services online a couple of years ago to really aid in that continuum of services to ensure that families found success in thriving together. And so that is another service line that we provide. And we couple that in some cases with mental health, behavioral health services that are often tied to all of those services. On the other side of that spectrum, we work with youth, usually, ages 16 to 19, who have been in the foster care system and that are preparing for life as an adult. And so we have several homes across the state um, 3 of which are right here in Southeast Michigan for what we call Independent Living Plus. And those are kids that are 5 to 7 in a house together with Samaritas staff, preparing for adulthood, learning life skills, preparing to go to college or entering the workforce. We also have our homeless shelter in Southeast Michigan that keeps families together while they're in crisis, while we find housing for them and transportation and employment opportunities. And so what's really special about that is that the families stay together, both parents, when that is the situation, and we can serve families up to 10 members at a time there. We also have our what we call Samaritas House Heartline, and that works with women that are returning citizens. Many a times they have been survivors of domestic violence, human trafficking, a number of things that have gotten them into a place where they need some help to return to be returning citizens successfully in our community. And that house is located in Detroit. Lastly, we have in Southeast Michigan in particular, we have our refugee services. We're one of the largest providers of refugee services in the state and in the country, for that matter. You might have heard a little something about the Afghan refugee crisis that started happening at the end of the summer last year. And Samaritas has taken a significant lead role in welcoming Afghan families to our Michigan communities, in coordinating services and finding homes and working with different community partners. We were very quick to launch our Afghan Refugee Network that built a coalition of community, civic, and corporate leaders to address the many needs that we knew we were going to face in helping families feel welcome and thrive here in their new homeland. And so when we work together as a community, our families, 75% of them find self-sufficiency within 180 days upon arrival. And that is no small feat. Our color is purple at Samaritas. So we always say it takes a purple village to be able to surround families the way that we do and lift them up to change their trajectory in life. And that's what we're all about at Samaritas.
You can learn more about their Purple Village and all their services by visiting Samaritas.org. That is Samaritas.org, or by going to ShareDetroit.org and searching Samaritas under their Find Nonprofits link, where you can search, of course, for Samaritas and 275 other charities and nonprofits in the Metro Detroit area. We're joined by Kelli Dobner, Chief Advancement Officer of Samaritas, on the Megacast. And Kelli, so many of these different sectors of people that you're helping, whether it be seniors, whether it be in resolving family issues, whether from the child's angle, the parental unit angle, or both, and even for those that are suffering through the challenges and the traumas of being a refugee, such as those who are refugees from Afghanistan. A lot of that comes back to mental health. And so what are some of the supports that are provided through Samaritas to help people address what may be mental health issues that they're having in the interim, or temporarily, or long-standing issues?
Yeah, that's a great question. We do offer a variety of services, and it really does depend on that the population that you described. We have found that through the different groups of people that we serve, mental health is at the forefront of so many issues and opportunities. And so, while we offer our own therapies, whether that's group, that's individual, certainly with COVID, we've pivoted a lot to offering telehealth solutions so we can meet people where they're at. That was particularly important, not only for the children in our care, but our seniors as well, in feeling the social isolation that they did during the pandemic, which clearly is not over in that way. And so the need for mental health services across a variety of channels and disciplines has only grown. And so while the need is so great and Samaritas offers these services, we also look to partnership opportunities where we can work with other organizations in our community to best serve and extend that continuum for that holistic service provision for our different groups.
We're joined by Kelli Dobner, Chief Advancement Officer of Samaritas, joining us on the Megacast. Find more information by visiting shareofdetroit.org and searching Samaritas under their Find Nonprofits link, or by going directly to Samaritas' website at samaritas.org. Kelli, just another minute or so with you before we'll have to say goodbye today. Anything else this time that would be important for our audience to know about your organization?
Oh, thanks for that opportunity. I mean, I am so thrilled to be talking with you, Tyler. And, we're so proud at Samaritas that we're a founding member of Share Detroit. And I'm just grateful to have that partnership, which I was talking about earlier. We really need, I think, as a community to be in partnership and collaboration as much as we can. The needs are not going away for our community, and we're only stronger when we can work together. So, I described our pretty deep breadth of services at Samaritas. And I invite everybody to visit us at samaritas.org to learn more how they can plug in, be a part of these solutions, be collaborative in building future coalitions for a number of the audiences that we serve. We can't do it alone. We definitely need to build that Purple Village. And I encourage you to look at different opportunities to engage, whether that's direct service coordination, coming out to take a tour of our senior living community, see if that's right for you or your parent or someone that you know. I invite you to engage and be that rock that starts a ripple of positive transformation in our Michigan community.
Kelli, thank you very much for joining us and telling us more about Samaritas.
Thank you, Tyler.